Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Rohit Chaudhary and I'm going to take your mathematics subject. I hope in this pandemic also we will make the most out of it and make ourselves more and more better. So today I'm going to start our new chapter, that is fraction. So before starting off, let me just give you the objectives of today's video which will make you understand much more better. So let's get into it. So here are the objectives: definition of fraction, history of fraction in brief, then comes the types of fraction, simplest form, LCM of numbers, addition and subtraction of fraction when denominators are same as well as different, right? And last but not the least, summary part. So let's just discuss one by one. So what is fraction? Fraction in mathematical point of view is nothing but the part of the whole. So part of the whole means what? If you have one pizza, let's say, right? If I divided this pizza into 4 equal parts, let's say this one part is shaded, no? So out of these 4 parts, one part is shaded. So out of this 4 part, one part is shaded. So that is actually the representation of fraction. But do you have any intuition that how that fraction word come into existence? Wait, let me just tell you. Fraction comes from a Latin word. Fraction comes from Latin word which is fractio. Fractio is the Latin word of fraction, which means to break. If you see, there are 4 equal parts are there. Just remember one thing, there must be 4 equal parts, or let's say equal parts must be there. If there is no equal part, then we cannot say that that is the representation of fraction. So remember this as always, that there must be equal parts. So to break like if there is a complete pizza is there, no? So if I divided this pizza into 4 equal parts, that is actually to break that pizza into 4 equal parts, that is actually fraction. Now if you see, that one is called as numerator and we know that, right? 1 is called as numerator and the 4 is called as denominator, right? So, and we know that this by in mathematics called as divided form, right? But there is one name specially appointed for this particular line, and let me just tell you that line is called as vinculum. Vinculum is nothing but this separation. This whole hand is divided under this joint. Basically, because of this joint, the whole hand is divided into 2 parts, right? So this part is called as vinculum, which is acting like the same for 1 and 4, right? So now we have understood the part of the whole is called fraction, but there is something new that you have to know, that the part of the whole is called fraction, but it is coming under P by Q form, where P and Q are whole numbers. What is whole number? Whole number is nothing but the numbers which starts from 0 and ends up to infinity. And one more thing that you have to remember, that Q not equal to 0. If Q equal to 0, then this fraction is considered as undefined. We know that. So Q must not equal to 0, and P and Q are whole numbers. Irrespective of that, P and Q must be coprime. So what is coprime? That is something extra that you have seen, that coprime, and some of you must know that what is coprime. But for in general, let me just give you the actual definition of coprime. Coprime is nothing but common factors. Let me take 2 and 3. What is the common factor between 2 and 3? 2 into 1 we can write, and 3 into 1. If you see, 1 is only the common number, so that is the common factor between 2 and 3. Like that way, when the two numbers have only one common factor, that is 1 only, then we can say that these two numbers are co-prime. So like that way, P and Q must be co-prime. That means P and Q must have only one common factor, that is 1 only. Alright, so that is the mathematical definition of fraction, that is P by Q form, where P and Q are whole numbers and Q not equal to 0. Now comes the types of fraction. What are the types of fraction, right? Types of fraction. So the first type is proper fraction. Proper fraction. Proper fraction is nothing but where the numerator is less than the denominator. Like that way. 2 is less than 3. So that is the example of proper fraction. Improper fraction. Improper fraction is nothing but the reverse one. The reverse one, that is 3 by 2, where the numerator is greater than the denominator. Now comes the mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is nothing but the combination of natural number along with the proper fraction. So the proper fraction is, let's say, 2 by 3 along with one natural number. The natural number must be situated just aligned with this 1 2 by 3. So we have to speak like 1 2 by 3. So that is actually mixed fraction. So mixed fraction can be converted into improper fraction. How? Let me just give you the demonstration. So first we have to multiply 1 with this denominator. So the denominator is 3 and 1 is the number which is the natural number exactly. So first we have to do 1 into 3. Then we have to add the result with the numerator. So what is the numerator over here? That is 2. And the division and the divided form is 3 over here. So the denominator must be same, and what you have to do, 3 into 1 plus 2. So what is the result? What is the result? That is 5 by 3. So 5 is what? 5 is the greater one among 5 and 3. So that is actually improper fraction. So we have learnt how to convert mixed fraction into improper fraction. So mixed fraction is what? Mixed fraction is the combination of natural number along with proper fraction. Now comes the decimal fraction. Decimal fraction is nothing but this type of fraction where the denominator is coming under 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. Let's say the powers of 10 only, or we can divide the denominator with 10 only. So in numerator it could be anything, no problem. Let's say 2 by 10 comma 3 by 100, let's say 1 by 1000. So these are the examples of decimal fraction where the denominator must be coming under with the power of 10. So what is the power of 10? Basically it is just an extra note. You can say 10 to the power 2 is 100. How 10 to the power 2 is 100? Because it is repeating 2 times. So repeating 2 times means 10 into 10, which is 100. So if I want to calculate 1000, how? 10 in 10 to the power 3. So 10 to the power 3 is 1000. How? 10 is repeating 3 times. Right? That is the extra knowledge that I guess it will be beneficial for you as well. So the next fraction is the vulgar fraction. Vulgar fraction is nothing but except these types of fraction, that is except decimal fraction, whatever maybe the fraction is, that is coming under vulgar fraction. So let's say 2 by 5, 5 by 7, let's say 10 by 24, these are all vulgar fraction, where the denominator, it is not coming under the multiplication or coming under the multiples of 10. Let's say 10, 100, 1000 are the multiples of 10, but there 5, 7, 24, these are not the multiples of 10. So these are the fraction which are denoting vulgar fraction. So next comes the equivalent fraction. What is equivalent fraction? Equivalent fraction is nothing but, see, if I take one proper fraction, let's say 2 by 5, that is the proper fraction. So if I multiply numerator and denominator with the same number, let's say 2 and 2, right? So it becomes 4 by 10. So that is actually equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction is nothing but proper or improper fraction when it can be multiplied with the same number in numerator and denominator form. So that is actually equivalent fraction. One more example, let's say 5 by 3 is there. If I want to multiply with any number, but it should be same for both the cases of numerator and denominator, let's say 7. So here it must be 7. It couldn't be 8, because then the definition of equivalent fraction couldn't exist. So we have to multiply with 7 only. So what is the result over here? That is 35 by 21. So that is the equivalent fraction of 5 by 3. 4 by 10 is the equivalent fraction of 2 by 5. One more example, let's say 5 by 11 is there. What is the equivalent fraction? You can make on your own as well. What is the equivalent fraction? In our mind we can calculate. Let's say 10 by 22. Now it is your task to find out with which number have I multiplied with 5 and 11, so the result is coming 10 by 22. That you have to find. Tell me in my WhatsApp. So the last two fractions are like fractions and unlike fractions, right? So by the name we can understood that one is the reciprocal of other, or one is the converse of other. So what is like fraction? Like fraction is nothing but when 2 by 5, 3 by 5, let's say 6 by 5. So when the denominators are all the same, 5, 5, 5. So these are like fractions. Unlike fractions means what? Means what? Let's say 2 by 5 is there, 3 by 7 is there, let's say 11 by 13 is there. So these are all unlike fractions where the denominators are not same. So these are the types of fractions that we need to understood before starting off the questions. Now the next topic is simplest form. Simplest form is nothing but conversion of equivalent fraction into its original form. Let's say let's say 4 by 8 is there, right? And we have to make this fraction in the simplest form. So how do we find it? How do we make it, right? That is the question. So first we have to find out the common factors between 4 and 8. So for common factors, what we have to do? We have to do the prime factorization. Let's say 4, 2 and 2, 2 and 1. That is the prime factorization of 4. For 8, what we have to do? 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1. Right? So we have to write 4 like 2 into 2 into 1. And for 8, 2 into 2 into 2 into 1. Right? Now see, here 2 is there, here 2 is there. When denominator and numerator having same number in multiplication form with the other numbers. Now see, this line is very, very interesting and very, very carefully that you have to understand. When two numbers which are in denominator and numerator form are same, but it must be in under multiplication form. There is no addition over here. if there is addition over here, we could not cancel these two numbers. We could not cancel these two numbers. So these two numbers being cancelled when the numbers are in multiplication form. Here there is no addition and subtraction signs are there, right? There are no addition and subtraction sign. So there is only multiplication form. So that we can cancel out 2 and 2, because 2 and 2 both are same, which are coming under numerator and denominator form, right? Then again 2 and 2 gets cancelled, right? And 1 and 1, if I get cancelled out, we get the same result, that is 1. So when we cancel same numbers with each other, let's say 2 by 2 is there, the answer is coming out 1 only, right? 1 by 1, so 1 by 1 is 1 only. So here the result is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is the simplest form of 4 by 8, right? In equivalent fraction, first we get proper fraction or improper fraction, then we multiply same number with the numerator and denominator, and it gets transformed into equivalent fraction, and that is the exact converse part for simplest form. First we get an equivalent fraction, then we have to find out the common factors, cancel out the common factors, and finally we get the improper fraction, or that is the simplest form, or in this case there is proper fraction, but that is the simplest form for 4 by 8. I think it is much more clear to each and every one of you. So far we have discussed about fraction. What is fraction in general form? What do we know about fraction? How do we represent? How do we define fraction to a layman? What is the mathematical point of view for fraction? How this fraction word came into existence, that we understood already. Mixed fraction, proper fraction, improper fraction, then equivalent fraction, vulgar fraction, decimal fraction, like fraction, unlike fraction. Everything we have understood. Last but not the least, simplest form we have done. Now the last part is addition and subtraction of fraction when the denominators are same and when the denominators are not same. So let's get into it. So now let's just understand, when the denominators are same, how do we add two different fractions? For example, let me take one example of 2 by 5 plus 3 by 5. Now see, when the denominators are same, then we just simply take these two denominators as one, like that way, right? And we just simply operate the numerator, whatever maybe the operator is given, we just have to input that operator and simply find out the result basically. So here 2 plus 3 is there. What we have to do, that is 5 by 5. Now see, just before 1 minute I have discussed with you, when the denominator and numerator are same, then we can cancel out with each other. So what is the answer over here? That is 1. Let me take one more example. Let's say 7 by 13 is there and 12 by 13 is there. We have to do the same process, that is 13 is over here for denominator, and what is the operator over here? That is plus, and the two numbers are 7 and 12. So what is the result? That is 19 by 13. So what is that type of fraction? What is that type of fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator? What is that type of fraction? Just recall, that is improper fraction, right? Where the numerator is greater than the denominator. All right. So now, so far we have understood that when the denominators are same, it is very easy to calculate. For subtraction also, the same rule is coming out over here, right? For subtraction, let's say 12 by 13 is there, minus 7 by 13 is there. Let's say we just interchange. So just take 13 and 12 minus 7. What is 12 minus 7? 12 minus 7 is 5 by 13. So that is the result, right? Same thing we have done. 13, take 13 as common. 2 13 can be converted into 113, and the same process will be done for 12 and 7 if it is coming under minus form as well. All right, so now let me just give you one more example for same fraction. So for same fraction, let's say one more example, 7 by 15 minus 4 by 15. What is the result? Just directly you just tell me what is the result over here. That is 3 by 15, because 15 and 15 both are same. We just simply minus these two numbers. So what is 7 minus 4? That is 3 by 15. Now see one more thing. Here 3 and 15 are there. 3 and 15 are there. So what is the common factor between 3 and 15? We can write 1 into 3, and we can write what? Just tell me. 1 into 3 into 5. For 15 we can write 1 into 3 into 5. So what is the common factor over here? That is 3 and 3. So 3 and 3 become cancel out with each other. So what is the net result? That is 1 by 5. So that is coming under simplest form. Make sure all the fractions, whatever maybe the result is coming, you have to convert it in simplest form. That is the most important thing for exam point of view as well. Now comes when the denominators are different. Let's say 2 by 3 and 3 by 5. 2 by 3 and 3 by 5. Now comes the main topic of this particular video. So make your attention a little bit more better, little bit more concentrated, because it is more important to understand this topic specially. So 2 by 3 comma 3 by 5 is there na? So these are what type of fraction? These are unlike fractions. So to make that fraction like, what we have to do? Let's say 2 by 3 is there and 3 by 5 is there. We have to convert this 5 and 3 into one single number. So how do we find that one single number for each 3 and 5? We just simply use this method. What is that method called? That is called LCM. What is LCM? That is lowest common method, right? Lowest common method. So lowest common method is what we called as LCM. So lowest common factor method. Sorry, I just misplaced that factor. So lowest common factor method is nothing but this one, 3 and 5. So we have to find out the common factor for 3. That is 3 only. And what is the common factor of 3? That is 3 only. So there 1 remains and 5 will remain as it is. Now for 5, what is the common factor? That is 5 only, right? So the LCM of 3 and 5 is nothing but multiplication of these two numbers. So what is the multiplication of 3 and 5? That is 15. So for 3, which number we have to multiply it with 3 so that the result will come 15? We know that 5 is there. 5 is the number, and I have told you earlier, whatever may be the number is multiplied either in numerator or in denominator, we have to do the same for that converse part as well. So in denominator we have multiplied 5, so it is our rule to multiply 5 in the numerator. So what is the net result? That is 10 by 15. So that is what? That is the equivalent fraction of 2 by 3. 10 by 15 is the equivalent fraction of 2 by 3. Now we have to convert one more proper fraction into equivalent fraction. So 5 is there. We have to multiply it with the number so that the result will coming under 15. right? That is our motive. So 5 into what gives you 15? That is, we know that 3 is the number. So the same process will repeat once again. What is the net result? 9 by 15. So 9 by 15 is the equivalent fraction of 3 by 5. Now comes, if we want to add, let's say add, that is the question. Add 2 by 3 comma 3 by 5. So what we have to do? Now the process is there. 10 by 15 is there and 9 by 15 is there. That is the equivalent fraction of 2 by 3 and 3 by 5. We just simply write those fraction, that is 10 by 15. And what is the operator over here? That is plus, because add, that is the question is add. So we have to put plus sign over here and then 9 by 15. Now the same process will repeat because here the denominators are absolutely same. We can easily calculate it. That is 10 by 9 by 15, which is 19 by 15. So 19 by 15 is what type of fraction? That is improper fraction. So what is the basic difference when the denominators are same and when the denominators are not same? When the denominators are same, we don't have to do any such processes. We just simply do the calculation. If it is plus, then we just simply add the two numbers or the three numbers, whatever maybe the question is. And when the denominators are different, we just first convert that fraction into its equivalent fraction so that the denominators are same. Here the denominators are 15, and then we just repeat the same process, that is 15 is common over here, and simply add the two numbers. I hope it is very much clear to all of you, and this is the end of this particular video. In the next video we will solve some questions for exercise 2a. If you have any doubt, make sure you just text me in WhatsApp. Whatever maybe the confusion is, I will make sure it could be cleared, and that is our motive. All the best to all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.